Welcome back, fellow Marvel Legends collectors, to my ongoing Spider-Man Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Sandman reviews. And in today's review, we're going to take a look at the brand new Miss Marvel. And before we get into her, I want to apologize because this review, as well as the Sandman Build-A-Figure review, were supposed to be during my Marvel Legends May on my YouTube channel, but I got too busy with other things during the second half of May and couldn't wrap it up on my YouTube channel. So I'm bringing you her today, as well as the Build-A-Figure Sandman. So let's just jump right into her. Of course, this is the brand new Miss Marvel. It's not the Carol Danvers Miss Marvel. This is the Kamal Khan Miss Marvel. The Carol Danvers is now Captain Marvel, so they kind of had to fill the shoes for Miss Marvel. And overall, I'm not too familiar with her, but from what I've seen of how she looks in the comic books, this is a great representation of this new Miss Marvel. Really does look a lot like how the artwork is for her. And besides the Sandman Build-A-Figure piece, she comes with some pretty cool accessories to help display her power. She comes with these alternate arms. Part of her powers are kind of like Mr. Fantastic, where she can extend her limbs. And they both turned out really good. If I can get a focus in, show you the detail on that bracelet. Nice detail with the actual hands of both of these. Of course, the right one is open. Great detailing, seeing the tendons and muscles coming through. And to give you a close look at her regular size arms before we change them. And they're very easy to interchange. Of course, you just pop them, the old arms off, and the new plug right in. They are little pegs, so be mindful when pulling them off and putting them back in. You don't accidentally break them. And the only difference between the articulation of the small arms and these big ones is the big ones do not have the wrist cut and hinge. However, it does have the same hinge and peg here at the elbow. So you can get the same movement out of it there. But let's take a look at this great head sculpt, because it really does look like that character in the comic books. I thought they did a great job with this sculpt, and the paint apps are nice and clean on it. This hair is kind of a softer plastic. However, it does limit the articulation of the head going back. And this scarf piece has some nice good gold paint for the design. And you can actually take it off if you want. You can pop her head right off, and this is a separate piece. So, nice, you can get a second display option there, but I don't know if she's ever taken that off in the comics or not, so you may not want to. And that logo on her chest came out nice. Very clean paint apps. With all that gold, all the way around the border of her dress. And this bottom part is a softer plastic, so you can still get good articulation out of the upper portion of the legs. So articulation wise, her head, it is a little limited because of the hair. However, you can get her to look that far down, but only that far up because of the hair. And you can get a little bit of tilt out of it. Her shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge, which will go well up past 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. So great movement there. Of course, a single hinge and peg here at the elbows, which will go up to 90 degrees and rotate all the way around. Same for the smaller ones too. However, the smaller ones do have the peg and hinge at the wrist. Of course, she does have that ab crunch, which you can get full rotation out of, and only go that far down, but a good ways back. Nothing at the actual waist. However, underneath here you can still see she does have that hip articulation and waist cuts. So she will split that far out, and she would be able to kick up to 90 degrees if it wasn't for the dress, but that's always going to kind of pop that leg back down. However, she does have that cut at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, which will go all the way back, a cut here at the upper part of the boot, which is hidden very nice, and of course the hinge and peg here at the ankle, which will go that far up, that far back, and get the ankle pivot out of it. So honestly, I wasn't really looking to pick up this action figure for anything else but the Build-A-Figure piece. But now that I actually have her, she's a pretty cool figure, and even though I'm not that familiar with the character, I am happy to have her in the collection. And if I get some of these new Avenger characters, maybe I'll have a little new Avengers display set up sometime. So, alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for the Build-A-Figure Sandman review.